All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the next segment of Two Stone Dudes podcast. It's your host, Ryan Castle, and we have recipe time with our own Jamie B. Jamie, take it away.
Hey, I've got two, actually technically three different recipes.
Oh, wow.
One is lasagna, and then I'm going to give you a recipe for cannon butter to put on garlic bread.
Oh, sweet.
Sounds great.
So I'll start with the cannon butter. You want to decarb your bud, and to do that, you'll preheat your oven to 245 degrees Fahrenheit, and you'll put your buds on a non-stick tray and parchment paper. Put it in the oven for 30 to 40 minutes, shaking the tray like every 10 minutes. And then you'll grind the bud after you take it out of the oven. You'll melt your butter with 1 cup of water and 1 cup of butter in the bottom of the saucepan, and you'll simmer it on low, and you'll put the water in there so it doesn't scorch your butter. And then you'll add the bud after the butter melts, and then you'll simmer on low heat. Don't let it go over 200 degrees Fahrenheit because it'll take too much of the THC out of it. And you'll let it simmer for about 2 to 3 hours, but don't let it boil. Strain the cannon butter with a funnel, a jar lined with cheesecloth. Once butter has cooled down, you'll pour it over the cheesecloth funnel and allow it to strain it by itself. And you won't want to squeeze it, or else too much of the butter will go through, and you don't want like chunks leaving the butter.
Right.
And then you'll refrigerate the butter, draining the water in about an hour, like just kind of draining the water off the top of the butter.
Okay.
Then you'll get a loaf of French bread. You'll spread the cannon butter on the top. You'll add a little bit of garlic powder, and you'll bake it in the oven at about 350 until it's golden brown on the edges. Probably about like 5 to 7 minutes, maybe 10. And you can broil it in the oven if you want it a little bit more brown on the top. And then you got your medicated garlic bread.
Jamie, you got to make it for us someday.
I should.
You totally should.
Sounds like a winner.
Yeah.
And obviously, the more weed you add to it, the more
Stronger it's going to be, yeah.
So, yeah. But, so now the lasagna.
Yeah.
The prep time takes about 20 minutes, and the cook time is about an hour. The ingredients, you'll want a pound of ground beef, a half pound of Italian sausage. I like to get the Kobe beef because like it just tastes better, and
Right.
I don't know, it's the texture is a lot better as well.
Kobe.
And 1 teaspoon of minced garlic, and sometimes I put a little bit more, just depending on whatever. And then you want 3 24-ounce jars of your favorite spaghetti sauce and 15 ounces of ricotta cheese, 3 cups of mozzarella, 2 eggs, 3/4 cups grated Parmesan cheese, 2 teaspoons of dried parsley, dash of salt, dash of pepper, 12 oven-ready lasagna noodles. I don't like to boil them because I end up burping the noodles every time.
No.
And you want like about a 1/4 cup of water. You'll brown the ground beef and the sausage together, and then you'll drain the fat. You'll add garlic and 48 ounces of spaghetti sauce and simmer for 5 minutes. You'll mix together the ricotta, 2 cups mozzarella cheese, eggs, half cup of Parmesan cheese, parsley, salt, and pepper, and then you'll spray the baking dish. Usually I use like a big cake pan. And you'll put 3/4 cups of spaghetti sauce at the bottom of the pan, and then you'll cover the bottom with 3 uncooked lasagna noodles. You'll top that with a 1/3 of the cheese mix, and then 1/4 of the sauce, and then just repeat the layers: noodles, cheese sauce, noodles, cheese sauce, and then top it with 3 noodles, remaining sauce, 1 cup of mozzarella, cheese and Parmesan cheese. And then
Do you add the sauce?
yeah, you added it.
Yeah.
And the beef.
The beef.
You'll add a half cup of water to the edges of the pan.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll spray aluminum foil with the cooking spray and cover the pan sprayed side down. That way the cheese doesn't stick to the top of the pan
Right.
and your lasagna won't get all fucking burnt and shit. And you'll bake it in the oven at 350 degrees for 50 minutes. And then uncover and bake for an additional 10 minutes. And then you'll just let it stand for 10 minutes before eating it.
Cool.
And then that's it.
All right. All right. Thank you very much, Jamie. We really appreciate it.
That sounded really good.
Yeah, definitely.
And we had some.
Yeah, the lasagna is
It
awesome.
was very good.
The only thing missing was the garlic bread.
It's all right. You'll hook it up next time.
We'll live.
All
I think if I smoked
right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you on the next segment.